Hello, everyone. On this occasion, we will present our project. This project presents by Lely Reyes, Diri Iglesias, and me, Carol Guard. Our question is: falls in older adults are considered a public health problem worldwide. Do they have significant consequences for their quality of life? And as an introduction, our keywords are older adults, falls mortality, and public health. The abstract falling orders represent a serious public health problem worldwide, with significant consequences for quality of life, independence, and mortality. Falls can have serious consequences ranging from fractures and injuries to loss of independence and increased risk of mortality. The World Health Organization defines a fall as the consequence of any event that causes a person to fall to the ground against his or her will. However, the consequences are very different in both, with mortality being high in older people. It is estimated that 7% of emergency visits made by older adults are due to a fall, and of these, 40% end in hospitalization. Older people are subjects of rights and special constitutional protection, socially active, with guarantees and responsibilities. An older person is a person 60 years of age or older. Epidemiology. It is estimated that around 30% of people over 65 years of age suffer a fall each year. According to data from the World Health Organization, between 28 and 35% of people over 65 years of age. In Colombia, it is estimated that 1 in 3 older adults experiences one or more falls per year. The health well-being and aging survive identify an annual prevalence of 35.3% of falls in older adults. A term that must be discussed is sarcopenia, since this phenomenon is linked to falls in older adults. Sarcopenia is defined as syndrome characterized by a gradual and generalized loss of skeletal muscle mass and strength. The loss of strength associated with sarcopenia is based on a series of structural and functional changes.
2.1 Methodology. Observational cross-sectional study with quantitative and correlational approach through the application of the Dalton scales seen and occurs find between January 2019 and August 2024. 2.2 Study Design. Systematic review and meta-analysis. This study just been green accord with the prismas. Prefer reporting arrangements for systematic review and meta-analysis. 2.3 Population and sample. In a review, a person between 215 and 95 years of age were classified as elderly according to the recommendation established by the United Nations Organization for Undeveloped Countries to evaluate the association of the population according to the record of falls and age advances. 20.4 Sociodemographic and lifetime variables. The sociodemographic variables and lifetime were obtained in the review described in the IT course. Scheme was reported in three categories: no accumulation, secondary education, and higher education. The rates of falls in younger adults using the Downtown its case was reported in three categories: long reads, medium reads, and gain reads, in addition to reporting gender, male and female, and age range, minimum and maximum age. 2.5 Inclusion criteria. A comprehensive analysis was conducted data collected between January 21, 19 and August 2024, comparing adults aged 60 to 80 years in United hospital and home care settings. The research focused on three main languages: Spanish, English, and Portuguese, with the aim was to identify patterns, trends, specific needs in these populations. On the embed of discrepancies appearing, the way resolved by consensus between reviews. 2.6 Exclusion criteria. Articles published between January 2019 and August 2024. This discrepancy was made in order to focus on attention on the most recent department and compare different variants. 2.7 Dependent variables. Risk falls in older adults spanning and period and 16 to 18 years. 2.8 Sources of information and search strategy. PubMed, the world's largest biomedical database. Krakow Library, a library of Yates quality systematic reviews. Pedro, Physics Therapies Specialists Debates. Sinar, Nursing and Nailed Yates Science Derivatives. 3. Quality methodology and rules of bias. To assess the quality and analyze the existence of limitation, possible bias, and other confounding factors that could affect overall results of the present study. The risk of bias assets is in different chains such prisma. Throughout the attributes were analyzed each end of study. Reading the study with different parameters with present beach was high dating on the index they met. Only studies this demonstrate acceptable methodology called quantity and relative low results with incorrect. Anchored to the standards established is quality assessment tools. Nine applying this filter, 5 articles were able to pass, which is essential to obtain sure and reliable conclusion on the topic addressed. 3. Quality methodology and rules of bias. to access the quality and analyze the existence of limitation, possible bias, and other confounding factors that could affect overall results of the present study. The risk of bias access is in different chains such prisma. Through the attributes were analyzed each end of study. Reading the study with different parameters with present beach was high dating on the index they met. Only studies these demonstrate acceptable methodology called quantity and relative low rates with incorrect. Anchored to the standards studied is quality assessment tools. Nine applying this filter, five articles were able to pass, which is essential to obtain sole and reliable conclusion on the topic addressed.
In order to assess the methodological quality, they included clinical trials. The Crocken RUB tool was applied. The different methodological components of each study were meticulously assessed, included random sequence generation, allocation, concealment, blinding, data integrity, and selective reporting or reason. The findings on this assessment indicated considerable variability in the risk of bias across studies, with some demonstrating lower unclear risk while others presenting high risk, especially regarding maintenance of blinding and management of protocol deletions. In this table, we can see the author of the article. We selected the type of study, which in our case are all observational, the number of people who participated in each study, and as a result, they all reached the conclusion that there is evidence on high risk of fall in older adults and more at age. The image represents a risk of bias assessment table for fine articles included in a research based on different domains D1 to D7. The colors that fall in minutes red hard risk of bias not reliable for analysis. Yellow some conservers of bias can probably be considered with caution. Green low risk of bias reliable interpretation. Article 4 has a low risk of bias overall and is the most reliable. Article 1, 2, 3, and 5 present some summary of bias, although there are no completed out how they should be interpreted with caution. Problematic domains. Article 1 shows hardening in the 3 and the 6. Article 5 has high risk in the 4. This analysis is useful to determine which articles are most reliable to integrate into a systematic review. The analysis of the five authors shows significant variability in terms of health, age, education, and risk level. In general, education seems to be related to the observed risk level, as participants with less education tend to have a higher risk. Author continue present the highest percentage of participants with high risk, while Magad Sadat Hassan stood out with the highest proportion of participants with low risk. This analysis highlights the importance of considering these factors when evaluating studies and their reliability to integrate them into a systematic review.
And finally, our conclusions. First, the studies range from retrospectives to cross-sectional courses, indicating a widespread interest in understanding the causes and consequences of faults in this population group. They address different aspects of faults, from risk factor to consequence and possible interventions. Second, a higher proportion of women participant in the research is observed. This suggests that women may experience a higher risk of falls compared to men. Third, the data suggests that people with a higher level of education may have a lower risk of falls. This could be due to factors such as a better access to information or fall prevention. And four, the results of the different students show some variability in magnitude of the risk of fall associated with each factor. This could be due to difference in the methodologies used, the characteristics of the population study, or other factor not considering it the analysis. And these are reference. And finally, thank you everyone.